Hi, my name is Christina O'Malley, and this is Better Science Teaching. Today what I'm going to do is talk through a couple of the new planners for 2020 and 2021. So last year my students suggested that I post some reviews. They were thinking things like kits that come from Carolina Biological or Flynn or Wards or some of the other science companies that I purchase from throughout the year for biology labs mostly. But with the way that these planners were coming out this year and how slow they were trickling out, especially this green one that was kind of tricky to find, I thought that might be something that I could do in post to sort of start that series. So we're going to talk about this one, and we'll talk about the Farmhouse one. I'm a fan of seasonal planners, in case you aren't familiar with these. What they have in common is both of them have themes that are based on months and holidays and things that are going on throughout the year for everybody. And that's just something that I enjoy. I don't like when, you've got pretty flowers and it's December. Like, I like something that looks a little Christmassy in the winter and something that's cheerful in the spring. I just enjoy that more. So I will cut to the chase. Green one's the one that's going back. Okay, so let me tell you guys a little bit of backstory. In terms of doing things like artistically decorating my planner, that's not really something that I do. I enjoy having a pretty planner. I don't enjoy putting all the effort into making it. So my very first planner was a binder. My second one, I found pretty quickly these Erin Condren planners. I like things like the covers could be exchanged, even though I never do that because, again, I don't spend time doing that. I just like to buy my planner and it to be pretty and it to be able to contain things like what's going on through the month. I keep plans in here, but by and large, my plans are normally housed in separate binders for each subject. And my planning pages actually look more like notes. And then I also use these as an attendance and checkbook system. So I like to have my calendar in here so I can plan and refer to things. I keep pretty straightforward lesson plans. So, I just write out short descriptions of what's going on each day. And then these refer to other things that are in my binders. And then I have checklist pages I don't want to flip through because I have student names on them and I didn't cover any. But that's kind of how I use my planner. So I used Erin Condren for a while. And then last year, Erin Condren made a couple of changes. For one, it was no longer possible to buy ones that you had to fill in the dates for. So I did, with Erin Condren, if I can buy a planner for half price, I don't mind if I have to put stickers on it and then fill in all the dates on all the planner pages. That's not a problem for me. But then last year, Erin Condren started to date them, which meant that you couldn't buy a previous planner and just put in all the dates yourself. So you had to pay full price or use a coupon, which usually isn't that large. If you're familiar with Erin Condren planners, a new one will set you back $50 or $60, depending on what you do. And I had at one point had one, with a rose gold coil I had upgraded, and it had tarnished, and so I wasn't terribly happy with that. I also had a lot of problems with placing orders, things like my name spelled wrong or pages being upside down or whatever. So even though their customer service was quite good and they would replace those things and make it right, it was still kind of one of those things like, I paid a lot for this planner, I'm having problems. So last year, I decided to try a happy planner, which I did, one, because I thought it was cute, and two, the other change that Erin Condren had made. Let me see if I can find a reasonably blankish page. I liked my calendar being separate from my planning pages, and they changed that. The other thing that happened is that instead of having 7 identical columns, there were 6 identical columns and then a different one on the side. And I personally didn't like that because I teach 3 preps, and that meant that to divide them evenly, I would have to have one prep that was split across the spine. And I didn't like that because you can see how I do this. I have 2 for each course, and I just write across the whole box. And so I kind of have my to-do and other stuff over here, and this has got special schedules in it. And then I had 2 columns for each course. And the way that Erin Condren redesigned their planner, they had 6 identical columns and then the to-do at the end, and that just didn't work for me. So that with the price point change kind of made me look at Happy Planner, which I had never seriously done before because I didn't think that I would like the disc system. So let me find my May page. I'm going to compare that later. So this is my Erin Condren planner. You can tell I am not an excessive sticker person. I just don't. Now, Happy Planner. Last year I used the One Happy Year planner, and I used it because it was the seasonal one, and so I got really excited about that. I did switch it to the expanded rings, so these are larger than what the planner came with, which is important. The other thing to note is that with this page, I have embellished it some. So something to notice is that across the top here, May, there's pink and flowers, and it goes all the way across. This little bike was printed there. I put some stickers on here. These are stickers. This is a sticker. This is a sticker. These are stickers. So I did embellish it. I think it's cute. It's one of those things that, you go to school, you open your book up. And for me, this kind of helps my mindset a little bit. Like, I'm excited to be here. I got a cute planner. I got everything under control today. So another thing that's nice about these is that when you open this page, you have your divider, but the opposite page matches the theme. And that's true throughout this planner. Got the splash one for April. I know these were like super sad this year because we had so much that was canceled. But these go together. It's not a repeating planning page. I had all kinds of intent to be good at keeping track of that page too this year. And so you can kind of see that this page always changes so that it coordinates with the divider. Now, what am I going to do this year? Flip back to May because I used May before. Okay. I'm in May. Okay. So here's what's going on with this new. I'm not going to do a whole unboxing. I didn't want to tear these apart because I'll probably return or exchange the other one. I'm not sure yet. But here's our green planner. So it has a little attached notepad. I think there's just glue under there that's holding it, but it's got little rainbows. It's cute. Then on the inside, I do like the Monstro leaves. Little rainbow Happy Planner intro page. And then, so I haven't seen the Bookish planner, but I've heard that the guts are the Bookish planner. So if you have that, you have a good idea what this looks like. Generally, the seasonal planner has all kinds of different stuff going on in it. So this didn't bother me. There's lots of books and apples, and that fits. This always surprises me because it's so much ink, but there it is. Unlike Erin Condren, Happy Planner doesn't have a lot of extra things in it. There's not a lot of extra graph paper or extra, parent contact pages or notes for the substitute. There's not tons of that in here. It kind of gets right to the planner, which is fine with me. I teach high school, so I don't keep track of everything for 30 kids. I keep track of one course for 85 to 100 kids, depending on the year. So here's our seasonal divider, August Feelin' Bright. You'll notice that the other side says August at the top, but then it's got this like blue confetti book thing going on. I'm okay with it. Almost none of the colors match though. Like just the accent colors. And watch this. September, same page. October, same page. This one is really clashy. Like I'd rather they could have at least changed the colors here. So all the way through, every single one of these is the same page. Yeah, February is kind of garish too, with the blue and then the pink. So that's strike one for this teacher planner. Next, you open up to the month pages. The month has nothing to do with the divider. So it has a house and it has some confetti, but you'll notice that when you look back at last year's seasonal planner, you've got pink flowers, you've got a bike with pink flowers, and those are the parts that are printed on. And the page before has a coordinating page to divider. This year's tiny little seasonal planner, Today is the Day, does not have any of that. They have not intentionally coordinated this page with the divider, and they have not coordinated the calendar page. So check this out. Calendar page here. Notice it's a peach strip and a house with a blue roof. Next month, blue strip, same house. They didn't even change the house colors. Next page, pink. Next page, blue. So basically this background color is matching the tab, and the tabs are alternating, and nothing about this says December. You could cover it up with stickers, right? Yeah, let's cover it up with stickers. That's fine. Okay. If we wanted to do that, we could get the Seasonal Teacher sticker book, which is a lot of fun, right? So if you flip through this, this is organized in a different order than the book. The book starts in August. The sticker book starts in January. So if I want to flip to December, so this is December, right? This matches this, but like if I'm going to stick those here, I can't cover this. And like I said before, I'm the lazy sticker person. Like I need my stickers to match. Could I come over here? You know, like I could sticker cover the house, I guess, but then I've got like a bunch of extra colors happening here. You know, you could. I don't want to, but you could. But there are some places where, you know, like February's background is blue. I mean, they could have lined it up so January was blue and February was pink, but they didn't. And then I could get these to match, maybe. Let me see. I'll find February real quick. Oh, it's at the beginning because it's backwards. So these do all match. These guys match what's on the dividers. So there's February, but this is all pinks and blues. And this blue is pretty similar. I don't know, that's a purple and this is a blue. You know, you could. I don't know if I want to. See if I can find March stickers. Here we go. So there's March stickers that go with March, which is peach. You could. Okay. So you could do that. The sticker book, it matches the dividers, but it doesn't match anything else in this book. So I'm just going to flip through these real quick, because where did we get to? All right, we've got August, September, and again, September calendar is peach, October. The planning pages aren't themed either, but that's not really a fair comparison, I don't think. Yeah, because they weren't themed in last year's either. These are cute. They have a little rainbow at the top and they have colors going across here. So it's really easy to kind of keep track of everything. November, a little clashy. November calendar. December calendar. January calendar. February calendar. March calendar. April calendar. May calendar. So my school usually ends the last week of May. June calendar. I actually would kind of enjoy if if they had June and July at the beginning too. So it's like a 13-month calendar, because sometimes I do summer work and that would be a nice thing to have. In case anyone from Happy Planner is listening. July calendar. And then checklist. All right, so here's where this one goes wrong. We have these checklists, which I have two problems with checklists. One is that, looking for my extras, you can buy extra checklist pages from Happy Planner, and these coordinate okay, but they're too big, so I'd have to cut them down, right? But at least we do have some things on our side, like the holes are gonna be the same. And I would literally just have to get a paper cutter and cut my pages. And that's fine. I can handle that. Here's where this goes wrong. There's a list over here for names. And you have your checkboxes. And the lines here on the names chart do not align to the lines on the checkboxes. So you're in a situation here where if you aren't paying attention to that fact and you write your class list down on here, you're going to have to figure out how to draw diagonal lines here. So for example, I'm just going to see if I have a Post-it note. I don't have one. If I'm going to count down 10 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the name for that line is going to be on that row. This is a deal breaker for me. I know that there are folks out there that say, I love the bookish interior and I'm going to keep it. You're gonna need to come up with a solution for this, and it's probably gonna involve printing or stickering or covering this in some way or drawing lines across here. To be honest, I just don't have time to do that because with my students, I use these pages to track attendance and grades. So the way that that works for me, and if you'd like to see a video about that, I can make it, just note it in the comments. I put each date across on these columns. I have the student names, and if they're absent, I can put an A in there. If we have an assignment, if it's something where they have to turn in some homework and it's complete, I'll put a check. I can make the A for absent smaller so that I can still put a grade in there if both of those things happen the same day. But basically, this is my paper, what I use during class to keep track of what students are doing. So this part has to be functional for me. This is not functional. Therefore, this one will be returned. So it's really cute though. There's the back. Inside back cover is the monster leaves again. I'm gonna get one of those for my classroom this year. Actual monstera plant. I'm moving classrooms, so I'm getting new windows. Okay, so that being said, I'll show you guys the Farmhouse one. I know that there's some folks that have already done this. Always surprises me because it's so skinny when you first get it, and my one from this year is enormous. Part of that is because of these checklist pages. It takes me about 6 spreads to get a whole year in per class. And sometimes I try to I have honors and AP classes, so sometimes the classes are small. So like my 2 sections of chemistry, I'll have both sections on the same column, which saves me some space. If you guys are interested in seeing how a high school teacher sets up one of these, just let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to do that. Anyway, so the other planner I got was this Farmhouse one, because it's also seasonal. And this is honestly, it's a lot prettier than I usually go. I generally go sort of these like primary elementary school colors. I kind of started out my career as working with elementary kids. I worked at a science museum, and I was a fellow that worked exclusively with elementary students when I was in graduate school. So I kind of, part of my learning how to teach was with elementary kids. And I think that some of that I just never lost. So I teach high school kids because of my licensure. And so, you know, having a cute planner is one of those things that some of my colleagues make fun of me for, but you know, if I'm going to use the same notebook every day for a year, I want it to be one that I enjoy using and that, you know, encourages me to reflect a little bit about what our role is in students' lives. Anyway, so there's cover, there's beauty and simplicity. Okay. It's cute, but you know, I don't know. All right. So then on the inside, it's got this like this linen pattern, which appeals to me because I actually do hand embroidery and some other hobbies. I do quilting and knitting and crocheting and stuff like that. So that's fine. That's cute. This thing has an academic calendar on the inside. I don't know, it's just a 2021 calendar from August to July. There's nothing on it. Some notes for the substitute. Personally, for me, I never leave my notebook with subs. It kind of blows my mind that this still gets put in these. I don't actually know any teachers that do leave the planning notebook with a sub. I have a separate notebook that I leave for them because sometimes I do include IEP notes in my planner, as well as things about allergies that students have. So I don't give that information to subs. This is information I do give to subs. They can't have my notebook. A more basic calendar. I like this better. I'm going to put birthdays on mine this year, I think. I want to do better at saying happy birthday to students. Okay, so our first divider. In a field of roses, she is a wildflower. August, this is metallic, it's rose gold. This does not explicitly coordinate with this, but it does look like it goes with it, which is nice. I could put some stickers on this and it would be okay. I may, since I'm returning green planner, I may take the seasonal teacher sticker book and see if they'll let me exchange it, because I got a really good price on this. So I'm going to see if they'll let me exchange this and get something that matches this, so I can decorate this so that it coordinates. You know, find some stickers with this foil on it, stick it over there. It'll look like it goes. It'll be great. This is cool that this is up here too. I don't know. I like that planner. That's fine. I like this page. All right, this one, again, this calendar page does not coordinate like last year's planner. Last year's planner had, let's take a look at August. Last year's planner had a spread that actually went. So this is a sticker, stickers. This is a sticker from my house. Sticker. But it's got yellow boxes. It's got a pencil. It's got stuff going on. And this one doesn't have that. But again, it's neutral and I can work with this. This is okay. September. Coffee cup that says begin. I personally am a tea drinker, so I'm going to assume that it's tea. But again, this doesn't explicitly match it, but it coordinates enough. I can work with that. September page, just like August, but again, I'm not doing that thing where it's obviously a different theme than what the dividers and the covers implied. So this is fine. October has pumpkins. I'm glad to live in a world where there are Octobers, from Anne of Green Gables, who's wonderful. Fall is my husband's favorite season. I think that mine is about right now. Spring is turning into summer. Same calendar page. November, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Same opposing page, same calendar. Merry and bright for December, which is great. I wish it was colors, but this is fine. This goes with everything. Same opposing page, same calendar page. January, nothing. I'm usually moving too fast in January to worry about that, but in January for science teachers, we're worried about Science Olympiad and Science Fair. So this is fine. Same calendar page. February just says love. Same opposing page, same calendar page. March, and suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. Same opposing page, same calendar page. April, live more, worry less. It's one of my favorite colors, so I like this. Opposing page coordinates, same page as everything else, doesn't clash with it. Same calendar page. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. Same opposing page, same calendar page. June. Do all things with kindness. Same opposing. This looks very coordinated. Same opposing page, same calendar page. July. This almost looks like it's part of the bouquet. Happiness blooms from within. Same calendar page. All right. And then, oh, I didn't show you guys all these. And then the checklist pages. Okay, so these are super neutral. They don't match these, but whatever. And as far as I can tell, they're not available anywhere. So if you out there don't use your checklist pages, hit me up. We could trade or something. You know, stickers, or these super colorful ones, whatever. The planning pages in here for lesson plans are all the same. A very neutral beige, white, black spread. For me personally, this is what I want to have because I have 3 preps. So I have my 1 to-do list column, and this is where I put special schedules and other stuff. And then each of my subjects will go in pairs of boxes because that's what works for me. All right, so the end of the book is the same as we started. We've got the stripes on with the linen and then a pink backside. I'll keep this one. What I have is gold expander rings. These are the metal gold expander rings. They make a different sound. So that's what those sound like. And the plastic ones sound like that. I don't know if I want to spend 20 bucks on new rose gold ones. I'll think about it. If you guys want to see how I set this up, I can do a video for that if there's some interest in that. Just let me know. There's also some stuff in this box, and I did want to mention something because I had seen some folks go through this guy. Since I'm keeping this, why not? All right, so there's our usual washi tape and stickers and stuff. I don't know. There's enough here that you can play with them, but they're not all you're gonna need. You're gonna need more stickers. This thing, somebody was like, oh, this is in there as a decoration. Guys, this has stickers on the back. Like, you can peel these off and stick it wherever you want in your notebook. Mine's probably gonna go in one of the covers. It'll either go on the inside of the back cover or inside of the front cover. Probably the back cover. And with these dividers, this fancy divider that has the pocket, the best way to use this, in my opinion, if you want to put things in here that are full size, you should be aware that they're never going to fit. Okay, so if you're going to use this for regular paper, stuff is never going to fit. If you take a piece of paper and put it over this, it's always going to land so that it's covering your holes, which means it will never go in your rings. So, some ways you can get extra space out of this. You can cut or unfold the little edge in here. So you can cut right along this, and that'll give you a little extra space, but a full-size paper will never fit. The other thing that you can do is get yourself one of these bad boys, which I got mine from Michael's last summer. I got at least 40% off on it. I can't remember if I bought it on like a 50% off sale or if I just bought it for half price. So this guy, it says it can hold three sheets, but I usually just keep this near my desk, and when I get a handout or something from school, things like our teacher planning matrix for the year, so which teacher is teaching which class, which time, I just hole punch it and stick it in my binder, and it does a great job at this. This is one thing that happy planners can do far better than the Erin Condren system, because there's not a hole punch for that. You could get a smaller hole punch and punch it and then cut it, but that, honestly, it's so tedious that I only would ever do it for a few pages. This makes it really easy. The pink one is the big size. The blue one is the classic size. And this does give you a center point, and it gives you measurements for each size. So if you need the big happy planner size, you go to the outer lines to line your paper up. And there's no guides in here, so you can push farther than that if you want to go either side. If you need the classic size, you use the inside ones. And that'll just give you 9 punches. I keep a lot of stuff like this out for my students too. So I keep out, I have an electric 3-hole punch that they love to use, and that makes things really handy for some of them. You know, when I was going through school, our teachers would give us a piece of paper without holes punched in it and say, put it in your notebook. And it's impossible. You just tear up everything. And so I just leave it out and I let students use it whenever they want to. This one normally doesn't sit out like that because I've never seen a student walk into my room with a happy planner and want to hole punch something. If they did, I would leave it out. I don't know if that's going to happen this school year though, depending on, you know, how in person we are and what kind of things we need to do. All right, so there we go. All right, guys, last week I ordered the Farmhouse planner and the Today is the Day planner. Keeping the Farmhouse one because I think I think that it's going to, you know, bring some joy to my morning, and it's not going to drive me crazy. The real killer on this one, you know, it's really cute, but stuff like the opposing page doesn't coordinate with my divider, and these calendar pages are not really thoughtfully done for this design. But my real problem is these checklist page designs. Like there's not lines here that I can use to line up with the checklists. And so that's a deal breaker for me. I hope that's helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you need to see how I set up my planner, I'd be happy to do that for you guys. Doing unboxings and reviews like this is probably not going to be the bulk of what I do. So if you like this video, doing unboxings and reviews and plan with me is not going to be the bulk of my channel. So, you know, you may not want to subscribe unless you're a science teacher. But if you have any questions or comments about my planning process or what I do, please feel free to have a conversation with me below. And I'm curious, does anybody have a good fix for this? And is this what the bookish planner looks like? Anyway, I hope that you all have a good afternoon. Stay safe and be well, and I'll talk to you soon.